Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I am doing section 2 of the North Downs Way, which goes from Guildford, where I left off on section 1 with Paul, and heads over to, well, it pretty much ends at Dorking. So it's about a 13-mile walk. I am walking this solo today. However, I am meeting up with Tom at our camp spot. He's doing a walk nearby, so like last time, we're gonna sort of meet for the evening and then part ways again in the morning. So again, I'm using the National Trails guidebook, and we basically start here in Guildford, we work our way up a hill, some good viewpoints, and then walk along the top of the ridge before going back down into Dorking. My shelter I've brought with me is the Lanshan. If you saw me use it on the French trip that I did, I obviously camped on sand and really long grass, so I'm hoping to give it a go on flat ground, which should be good. Quite looking forward to it. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you along the way. The start of the trail follows the Pilgrim's Way, as does much of the North Downs Way. Very early on we get to Chantry Wood, also called the Chantries. It's so named as it was the bequeath to Holy Trinity Church in Guildford to pay for the licence for a chantry here, where the priest would pray for the soul of Henry Norbridge, a 15th century wall merchant and 9 times mayor of Guildford. The mixed woodland covers 188 acres and was open to the public after its acquisition by Guildford Borough Council in 1938. I've met this guy. What's your name?
Oh, I'm Simon. Hi.
Simon, I'm Luke.
Nice to meet you, Luke.
And he's got a little bit of history about this site.
Well, Luke and everybody else, welcome to St. Martha's. This is St. Martha's on the Hill. It's this church itself is was rebuilt in the 1840s and reopened in 1850, but it's on the site of a much older church, which was around 900 AD, so it's an Anglo-Saxon church, predating the Norman conquest. The church itself is called St. Martha's. St. Martha's is an odd name for a church. Not many churches in England are named St. Martha. And the reason for that is that this hill is known as Martyr's Hill. And on Martyr's Hill, why is it called Martyr's Hill? Because early Christians were actually murdered on this site. And so it became known as Martyr's Hill. And when they came to dedicate the church to a saint, from martyr to Martha. So it came known as St. Martha's, or it was dedicated to St. Martha's because of the Martyr's Hill, so martyr to Martha.
Makes sense. Awesome, thank you.
All right, thanks.
Okay, so I've left St. Martha's. We're heading back into this woodland. I reckon I've got another mile and a half to go to the next viewpoint, where there's supposed to be a coffee shop, so I might even stop there and have a cup of tea, slice of cake sort of thing. I can't remember what that's called, I'll tell you shortly. Just spoken to Tom as well, he's just starting his walk. So hopefully we should sort of end up at the same place at the same time, which should work out well. But I'm just enjoying these lovely spring day, the sun's shining, the birds are tweeting, the trees have started budding, which is really nice to see. So yeah, it's a nice gentle walk on my own, it's nice, I like it. So from St. Martha's on the hill, I've walked down into the valley, across the valley and up the other side onto the Albury Downs. This is the first part of the North Downs Way that has a chalk escarpment, which is the true character of the North Downs Way. And over opposite me I can see a ridge called the Green Sand Ridge, which sort of makes up the other side of the valley where I'm sat. And I can actually see in the distance a place called Lee Hill, or Leith Hill, which is the highest point in the whole of the southeast of England. So that is literally over there. Do you want to see? I'm sure you do. Let's have a look. Let's turn this round. Look at that. So over here, this high bit here is Leith Hill. And this whole ridge is the Green Sand Ridge. You can imagine millions of years ago this probably would have been riverbed maybe, or maybe some like ice, lots of ice that melted, and as it's melted it's carved out the valley. But yeah, that's probably why it's such fertile land for farming. And as you can see, the North Downs Way, very popular with cyclists. I have reached Newlands Corner, which is probably about halfway of the walk that I want to do today. So I'm probably three and a half miles in. Some information from the guidebook here. So Newlands Corner is one of the busiest honeypots that you'll encounter or endure along the North Downs Way. And I tell you what, it is well busy. There are motorbikes up here, nice cars, and the reason being is the views are amazing. There is a little sort of tea shop there, so I've just had a portion of chips and a Ribena. I was going to have some of my own lunch, but I think I'll save that for tomorrow just in case. So making use of the facilities along the route. And it also says in here that in 1926 Agatha Christie's infamous stage disappearance started here, where the woman hunt for her started in the nearby downs. So yeah, when she disappeared and people were looking for her, it started from here, which is pretty cool. But I'm gonna head off now, and the next sort of main attraction along the way is Netley Downs, which is where we're going to plan on camping tonight. So maybe 2 hours, 3 hours maybe walk from here. I think I've done the major hills on this route so far, so it should be nice and easy from here on in. But yeah, so we'll head off. I'll catch up with you in a bit. So here we come across one of the new sculptures that National Trails and I think partnership with Surrey have put in place. There's certain ones along the North Downs Way, and this is the first one I've come across. I think they're only a couple of years old, if that. I can't remember who it was that made this, but it's not in the guidebook because the guidebook was written before this was put in. But it's a cool little feature nevertheless. Okay, it's now 4 o'clock and I've reached an area, a nature reserve called Sheer Woodlands, and there is another area for me to get a drink. So I have a cup of tea, finished, and I reckon I've got about a mile left of walking until I get to the point where I meet Tom. But this next bit of sort of woodlands we go through was, well, I'll tell you what it's called. It is called Netley Park. So Netley Park is part of the Sheer Woodlands Nature Reserve. It was the Second World War training ground of Canadian Armed Forces who arrived in 1943 to prepare for the Normandy landings of June 1944. The concrete water tanks that you see are relics of the occupation. For 1.3 miles, the North Downs Way follows what is known locally as Canadian Road, as it provided access to the training ground. It once had a tarmac service, but that is gradually wearing away. So we're going to head off into the next bit of woodland, and hopefully I stay nice and warm, because now I've sat down, my sweat's getting cold and it's getting a bit chilly. So I'm going to pump out this last mile, get to the point where we want to be, and then I can sort of change some clothing, put some warmer stuff on, more layers, as I won't be exercising after that. So yeah, I'm going to sort of sit here for 5 minutes, give Tom a call, see where he's at, and then head off. Okay, I'm nearly where I'm going to be meeting Tom, and I've come across the second Canadian water tank, concrete built, and this one's dry. The other one still had water in and muck and stuff, so they're obviously built pretty well. But you can imagine 80 odd years ago, all Canadian people in here doing little training sessions and keeping fit, just to defend our island, eh? Gonna give Tom a ring now, see how far he is, and then hopefully find somewhere around here to camp. Good bit of woodland though, definitely. So, I didn't even ring Tom, and how's this for timing? Just walking up the track, and he's just up there at the end. Awesome. That is perfect timing. I found him. Here he is. Hey. Literally along the path. Exactly more or less where we said we was going to meet up.
Is it just up there, North Downs?
This is the North Downs.
Oh, is it North Downs?
This is North Downs. Ah. And that's where the, just up there is where the second water, Canadian water thing is.
Yeah, there's one up there. Oh, okay then. Maybe I've walked further than I thought. Oh, I don't know. Anyway.
We'll have a look on the map.
Cool.
But anyway, how you doing? You alright?
Fabulous. Boom.
Boom, boom. Right. Let's have 5 minutes, have a drink, get our bearings, and then find somewhere to camp. Right, we found a pucker little spot in the woods here. I've cleared the ground here, so I'm going to put the Lanshan here. It should just squeeze in this sort of area here. And then Tom's in a hoop bivvy. It is a hoop bivvy, isn't it?
Sort of a hoop bivvy, yeah.
Yeah, and he's brought a tarp as well, so we're going to put a tarp configuration up here. And then we can sort of sit up this end and cook and whatnot. The path's quite far away, we think. We don't know if we've done like a loop in the woods, but we've not seen anyone or heard any noises, so I think we should be fine. But it's about 6 o'clock now, so I can't see there being many other people coming. But yeah, gonna set the Lanshan up and I'll show you around that. Okay, I'm more or less set up, and so is Tom, and I'll show you around. So first of all, I've got the tent bag here because the tarp guy line goes right across where I'm supposed to stand up, so I've left that there to remind me that there is a guy line there. But yeah, Lanshan fits perfectly in this little gap, and of course it is a tent that you prop up with a pole, so I've got a walking pole there, and then inside, if I can get in with one hand, there we go. I've decided to put my head end at the other end than normal because I want to see whether it's easier to get in or not. I've got the Van Gogh pillow, the Eurohike Explorer 200 bag, Climate Static V sleeping mat or pad, and then just an accordion style mat underneath that, and some bits and pieces over there, extra warmth. Tom's set up.
Are you ready to hear the world's most annoying noise?
Yes. All right, hang on, let me get a bit closer. Ready for this noise? Right, so Tom's blowing that up. We've got an OEX Bush Pro tarp set up here, and he's got his app kit hooped bivvy with Climate Static V. But the reason his is making that noise is because he's got the new style of valve on it. Mine's the old style. But we don't know why it makes that noise. It makes us laugh every single time. But we've got the chairs, so we're just gonna wait for Tom to finish setting up, and then chill out, take the boots off, cook some dinner. Lovely jubbly. Tom seems to have a never-ending supply of jelly babies. And it is always the same bag, and there's about 5 left in there, so we're going to finish them now. But pretty much the last 10 camps we've been on, this same bag has popped out, and we've had 1 or 2. So we're definitely going to finish them now, and it's a joyous occasion. It's a proud moment for us.
They belong in a museum. They do. Right.
Tom seems to have a never-ending supply of jelly babies, and it is always the same bag, and there's about 5 left in there, so we're going to finish them now. But pretty much the last 10 camps we've been on, this same bag has popped out, and we've had 1 or 2. So we're definitely going to finish them now, and it's a joyous occasion. It's a proud moment for us.
They belong in a museum. They do. Right.
Do you know what? We should save 1 and then do a competition.
What,
Send them, and then we'll send you the last jelly baby.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Let me film that.
Let's do that. We'll come up with competition. So the caption contest is going to be on Tom's channel because he has a community posting on there. I don't have that yet. We're going to post a photo, and what you have to do is, well, it's a caption contest. I don't need to explain what that is. Yeah, and if you win it, we will send you the very last jelly baby and a signed photo of me and Tom eating a jelly baby. How's that?
Okay. Right. Pray silence, please, for the eating of the jelly babies.
God bless you, my jelly baby. We are getting hungry, so we're gonna eat some food. Tonight I have got another one of those, but I think I've got 3 left and I really need to eat them up. And as you probably well know, I really don't like these very much, but they're there, they need to be eaten, so I need to eat them up before I go and buy more, because otherwise they will just sit in the cupboard and never get eaten. And that's a waste, and we don't like waste, do we?
Nope.
Nope. So this is the posh pork and beans, 510 calories per pack, gluten-free, lactose-free, 350 ml of water. Put it in, let it stand 15 minutes, stir again, and enjoy.
Got one Simon's Old Boy hot chocolates to try out.
Okay, I reckon the 5-pot meal is about ready. It's lovely and warm still. Oh, oh yeah, that's nice. In fact, once I've eaten this, I might fill it up with hot water and just have a hot water bowl.
That's quite a good idea, actually.
Yeah, put it in your sleeping bag because it's got the sealable top. Put it here, you can put it in your sleeping bag for half an hour and warm the sleeping bag up.
You could.
Right, I put less water in than it said to use. It smells exactly like it smelled last time. Oh. Right, let's have a go, shall we? There we go. Well, there's only 3 more of these to go before I can never have one ever again. Right, I'm going to suffer this in silence, so then I might have a hot chocolate afterwards, if I'm lucky. Tom's just boiling some water. He's going to have his cinnamon bun hot. He didn't know whether to have it cold or hot, and I said have it hot. So yeah, he's cooking it up now. But I'm going to open this. So Tom got me this. I also got Tom a cider, but it turns out I left it at home. Well, I was packing this morning with a slight hangover, so obviously it wasn't very good. But this is a Brewdog Hazy Jane Guava. Embrace the opaque. So I don't know what that means.
Just play on words like opaque.
Yeah, I think
something like that.
it must be. Where's the percentage? There, 5% volume. 5% alcohol. Blech. Get your words out. There's not really any words to on it that I would normally read out, so I'm gonna open it anyway. Do a drive-by. Oh, it smells very fruity. Do you want some?
I will do, yeah. I can't smell it because I've got a cold at the moment.
Right, so if I pour some in there, we'll see what colour it is. It's like a cloudy...
Cool, bloody, that'll do.
Cool blimey.
Jesus.
Cool blimey, governor.
Jesus, governor, yeah. Oh,
right.
I can smell it a little bit. Oh, right, cheers.
That is a very unusual flavour, isn't it? Doesn't really taste of anything.
Yeah.
It's got flavour, but it doesn't, if you know what I mean.
I thought you can't go wrong with this. It's a brew dog.
Everyone loves a brew dog, don't they?
Yeah.
It's like a standard Wildcampers drink.
Yeah.
An Elvis juice. I'm going to give it a 6.5, and that's because I think it could pack a little bit more flavour in it. Like I say, it's got flavour, but it doesn't, so it's a bit weird. But nevertheless, thanks mate, I'm going to drink it. It's worth drinking.
Yeah, it's not like the others I've got you before.
No, you've done, this one wasn't from Aldi, was it? It's the Aldi ones I don't
like.
like.
Got it from. Tesco's, I think.
Hey,
Yeah,
big up
Tesco's.
Tesco's. Right, drink this, and then have some dessert. I think I've got a Twix for dessert.
Lovely.
I've got a few Twix up my sleeve. Right guys, that's the end of the night for us. It's just gone 11 o'clock. I've managed to squeeze into the Lanshan, put some warm clothes on, change my socks, sort my stuff out. I think Tom's just having a hot drink, and then I can hear him moving around. But yeah, we're both quite tired, didn't really drink a lot or anything like that, so it's quite a chilled one really. The tarp that we had over the top of us was brilliant. It felt more homely, which was good. So hopefully we'll get a good night's sleep, and then we'll crack on tomorrow with a bit of breakfast, and then head off doing the second part of the second section of the North Downs Way. So good night guys, see you in the morning. Good morning everyone. What a beautiful morning it is. We're woken up by the sound of birdsong. Very quiet during the night, really still, really peaceful. Apart from the occasional chuckle from Tom where he's having a good dream. There he is. Morning mate.
Morning.
How did you sleep?
Not bad, bit better.
Good. Yeah, I slept pretty good too. I think we're just going to chill out for a little while. Tom's just got some breakfast on the go. I might just have some soup for breakfast, and then hot chocolate maybe. Then we'll think about packing up. But yeah, still a little bit chilly, but the sun's just sort of making an appearance, so it should warm up slowly through the morning. Yep. Right, we're pretty much packed down. I was here, so Everything's gone, covered it with leaf litter. The tarp was here. We're just gonna wait for Tom to move his stuff and then we can cover the floor as well. And then we're gonna head off part ways, and I'm gonna head off doing the rest of the North Downs Way, section 2. And Tom's gonna carry on doing his Surrey year-round walk. This one that he's doing around here. So that's a good little series he's got going on YouTube, so make sure you look out for that video. And this is the book he's doing. Here we go. So I'm going to finish packing the bags and then head off back to the path. Right, see you later, mate.
See you later, mate. Nice camp.
Good one.
See you later.
Right, we've reached a little section called Blatchford Downs. Now this is called Blatchford Downs as it's named after a man called Alan Blatchford. Him, along with someone called Chris, it actually started the Long Distance Walking Association. It was those two that started it in 1972, and of course the North Downs Way is one of the trails on the Long Distance Walking Association's maps. So just look at that view. You can see why they picked this spot to name after him. There is another sort of area further on in the walk that's named after Chris, and those two actually met each other because Chris put an advert in the local post office in the window asking for a walking companion, and Alan thought, oh yeah, I like the sound of that. Got in touch with him, and then the rest is history. As I walk through this common, we're reminded of the important part that we played in World War II. So along this ridge coming up shortly, there are 7, I think it's 7, red brick built pillboxes that are in quite good nick, I think. But obviously they were placed strategically along the top of this ridge so that they can sort of spot out for anything coming or flying over the other side of the downs there. I think there's one in the woods up here. Shall we go and have a look? There we go. There's the first one. I'm not going to go in because I can't be bothered. I've been in loads of them. Looks like someone's made a little camp here as well. Be a cool little camp spot. But yeah, there should be 6 more along the way, so we'll keep an eye out, see if we can find them. And we have found number 2. There's a little bit of information about that, so let me give that a read. In 1940, a network of defences was hastily built all over the British Isles to repel an anticipated German invasion. The most common of these defences were called pillboxes, squat concrete forts that were sited at road junctions, canals and other strategic points. No attempt was made to provide any living accommodation. Some designs were enhanced to shell-proof standard. Simple blast walls to protect entrances. External flat side walls with rectangular or polygonal shape. The pillboxes were basically a type of dugout or bunker with lookouts and small slits for machine guns. Many of the pillboxes have now been demolished, but more than half remain as a reminder of the people involved in the defence of Britain. Okay, now got to Steers Field, which is a grassy sort of escarpment down here, and we can see a good view over the valley there. Now that is what's known as the Weald, which is the area in between the North and the South Downs, and the Weald is an old Saxon word which sort of means a wooded area. During the Saxon period, that would have been heavily wooded, and it's obviously trees have been cut down, towns built in there, so it probably looks a lot different than it used to do. In fact, Gatwick Airport is part of the Weald as well, which is not far from here. In fact, I can see some aeroplanes in the distance over there. So yeah, right, let's keep going. I can see Dorking in the distance, which is where I'm heading towards. So I reckon another 2 miles, mile and a half maybe, and then we're done. Having now left the escarpment on the side of the North Downs, we are now at Ranmore Common, where there is this awesome church, and it's called St Barnabas. St Barnabas Church looks much too large for its remote location, and like St Martha's, it is being called the Church on the North Downs Way due to its size and lofty position. It sits on the 185 metre contour line, and the spire soars a further 46 metres, making it visible for miles around. It was built in 1859 by the great Victorian architect Sir George Gilbert Scott, initially for the private use of the Cubitt family of builders, but its services are now open to all. The schoolhouse nearby, also built by Cubitt, no longer functions as a school. So this down here is Denbury's wine estate, which is actually one of the largest wine estates in the country. It spans 627 acres and stretches for over a mile. It was originally owned by the people that built the church at the top there, the Cubitts, and it is built on the site, or very close to the site, of an old Roman vineyard. And as I walk past the wine estate, we get a view over there of Box Hill, Box Hill, at the base of Box Hill, is the start of section 3 of the North Downs Way. So I actually end my walk around there somewhere. So that's a big hill to walk up first thing, but we'll get to that next time. Right, that's it guys. I finally made it to the Stepping Stones car park where I'll pick the trail up on section 3. An ice cream van there, so I treat myself to an ice cream. Lovely jubbly. Well, thanks again for watching this far. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Make sure you hit the bell, then you can get notifications of all my upcoming videos. Hope you've enjoyed it. Stay safe, enjoy, and we'll see you soon. Bye.